Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I'm just going to show you how I color grade my videos. I got some comments on my last video, the road trip video, asking how I color graded. And I'm just going to take you step by step how I did that. So let's look at the screen and get right into it. So right now in my timeline I have a couple clips dropped in there, and it's really simple how I color grade. I first go up to my titles and I grab an adjustment layer. This allows me to put the LUT on top of the adjustment layer and apply it to all these clips instead of doing it one by one, so everything is the same. So after I grab my adjustment layer, I head over to my effects window and I grab a custom LUT. And a LUT that I've really been liking is the Gamma Timbre 4 LUT. And I keep this at 100%. It's made for C-Log and C-Log 3. And you can see it already takes care of a lot of things. So after that, I open up my workspaces to color and effects. And really all I need is the Luma. So I just have one menu and I just look at my RGB parade and the Luma. And what you want to see, like this clip is pretty good, is you want to see them not above 100, your highlights, and your shadows not below 0, because you start losing information there. And really you want it between 25 and 0, 75 and 100. And you can play around a lot with this stuff. So from there, typically I go back on my adjustment layer, I go to my color and effects, and I usually add a little bit of a curve just because LUT shoots super flat. I just add a little bit of a curve, and since I'm doing this to my adjustment layer, this adds to all the clips across the board. So as you can see, it's just a little bit of contrast that I added. And then also I really like to get my greens popping. So like, it doesn't do a lot, but it's the little things in color grading that helps. So I'll apply this across the board too. I go to my hue versus saturation curve, and really I want to get my greens, even that's kind of the yellow section. But what I'll do is just bump the saturation and the hue on the greens a little bit. And it almost makes no difference. But if a green shows up, you'll definitely see it. Like maybe you'll see it in this clip. Let's see. Like here's Gabe's shirt. Here we go. I really like popping those greens. And you can see in the bushes now, it's just the slightest bit of pop. When I apply that, I don't apply that. And now let's look at this clip. There, the adjustment layers turn off. That means the LUTs turn off, the curves turned off, and the adjustment on the greens is turned off. Now it's turned on. And our clips are already looking very good. So now I go in and edit each of the individual clips. So yeah, I'll pull up a color wheel. So it's really as simple as this. I go over, I add a color wheel, and I go to a part of the clip that is like the main focus. So right here, this is in focus. You can see everything. And one thing to keep remember is on the left side of your screen right here, your highlights are the top. So maybe your subject are the people right here, and this is really what it's telling you where your highlights are at. I'm okay to go past that because it's a light. So I will even go up, up, up. Yeah, I like that. And then I'll even brighten the midtones up just a tad. And then I'll bring my shadows down to add the contrast. And I always add a little bit of saturation on each clip. Now it doesn't do much, but it just brightens it up a little bit. I take my saturation down a little bit. Just brightens it up just a tad. And that looks good to me. So this is what it looks like. You take away the adjustment layer. That's what that clip looks like. And then you take away your color wheel. And it's really flat. Add the color wheel. Add the LUT. Looks really good. And then I'll just do this to all my clips. So I'll just go through and do it real quick. So here's this one. This clip was exposed really well out of camera, even for you know, shooting in C-Log. But I'll bump that up a little bit. Bump that up a little bit. Bring the shadows down. Add some saturation. Yeah, I think that looks good. I really love this clip coming up right here. All right, let's go to the color wheels. we can brighten this one up quite a bit. We'll get some good contrast in here. Add some saturation. Yeah, that's looking good. Go to our next clip. Now these drone shots, the drones don't shoot C-Log, or my drone doesn't shoot C-Log. So it's already really exposed well, and it has a lot of contrast. So when you put the LUT on, it creates more contrast, and it seems to bring your shadows way down and your highlights way up. So what you do is kind of do the opposite when you go in and edit these. So you can see my shadows, like I'm almost losing information in the dark areas. So I bring those up quite a bit, and you can see on the left that it was in there pretty well, and now I'm out of that 0 range. That looks good. And also my sky is pretty blown out, so I'll even bring my highlights down. Oops, I did that wrong. I'll bring my shadows up. Yeah, there we go. Bring my highlights down a little bit. And then I need some contrast, so I'll bring the midtones down a little bit. Add some saturation. That looks like a pretty good clip to me. You can see the difference. Like that to me looks like there's way too contrast. It looks like we're losing some information in the shadows. And you do that. I might even bring the shadows down a little bit. But yeah, I think that looks good. And then you move on to your next clip. Absolutely love this clip. Do the same thing as you did for your other camera clips. Bring the shadows up a little bit. Midtones up a little bit to brighten the whole clip. Shadows down to add that contrast back. And then add some saturation. And that looks really good. That's without the color wheel, and that's with the color wheel. So you can see, you know, we're getting all that information back there. Looks really good. And then our last clip. Same deal, same thing. Just gonna add some to the highlights, some to the midtones, bring it down with the shadows, get that contrast, add some saturation. That looks really good to me. So there's our clips. We'll just let it run. I think it looks really good. I really like the color of this LUT. I like the way this film is exposed, and I'm just overall happy with it. So if you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I appreciate it. And if you want to see more stuff like this, like editing tutorials, let me know. The link for the LUT that I use is down below in the description, guys. I appreciate all the support. Take care. Grace and peace.